Acme.
The lives we lost today were lives given in the service of liberty, the service of security, the service of others, in the service of America. Like their fellow brothers and sisters in arms who died defending our vision and our values in the struggle against terrorism, of the fallen this day, they're part of a great and noble company of American heroes. To those who carried out this attack, as well as anyone who wishes America harm, know this: we will not forgive. We will not forget. We will hunt you down and make you pay. I will defend our interests and our people with every measure at my command.
And the evacuation continues. It's Friday, you bastards. So here are the latest numbers out of Afghanistan, and there are a lot of numbers, okay? We have evacuated since August 14th, 105,000 people. Since July, we have evacuated 110,000 people. There are about 500 Americans that want to leave, still in the country, who are working with the State Department right now to get flights out. 500. We lost 13 soldiers yesterday. 170 Afghans were killed by a suicide bomber with ISIS yesterday. We have 5,000 troops left on the ground and 4 days to get the hell out of Dodge. The evacuation continues. And yes, there is still a terrorist threat from ISIS looming over the people of Afghanistan, the Americans who are trying to get flights out, 500 of them, thousands of Afghans, and 5,000 soldiers who only have control of the inside perimeter of the Kabul International Airport. And we have to get all of those people out in 4 days. And you know what? We will. That's the thing. We will. All of the people who are criticizing this amazing, unbelievable sack of crap that Joe Biden inherited from Donald Trump, everyone who's saying, we have to go back in there, we have to go back in there. You know what? Look inside America. The threat that we face here from Donald Trump's insurgents is far greater, according to the FBI, according to the Department of Homeland Security, and anybody in federal government who is tasked with monitoring threats to American democracy will tell you that the threat from the Trump insurgents is white supremacists, militia guys, Proud Boys, 3%ers, Trump loyalists who are just allowing themselves to be mismanaged with fake news, getting medical advice off of Facebook, getting political advice off of Twitter, getting political advice off of Getter. We're in deep doo-doo here. We're in a world of hurt here. Do not take the ISIS bait that is being chummed over there with the blood of Afghans and Americans. Do not take the bait. We are out of there, and we now have to look inward and protect American democracy from the insurgents with whom we share a citizenry with. That is a fact. Afghanistan is going to devolve into a civil war. That is what is happening. That is why ISIS attacked the Afghan citizenry, working with the Taliban to get safe passage to the airport and into the loving arms of Americans and allies of Americans get onto their airplanes. That is why ISIS attacked. They started their civil war yesterday. The civil war will be between ISIS and the Taliban because apparently the Taliban isn't ludicrous enough, isn't religious enough, isn't violent enough, isn't tribal enough, isn't, they don't hate women enough. They don't hate children enough. You see that here in America, what we also have is an insurgency that hates children and will sacrifice them to their God, Donald Trump. They hate women. They call themselves incels, involuntarily celibate. They call themselves proud misogynists. That's what the Proud Boys are. That's what they're proud of. You ever wonder what they're proud of? They're proud of their hatred for women. They are violent. They are tribal. And the religiosity in this country is off the charts to the point where people will say they won't have an offense against a virus, only a defense. Going to the hospital, getting Regeneron infusions. They have a defense, but they won't mount an offense to a virus. We're in deep trouble here. Deep trouble. But today, the crowds are gathering once again at Kabul airport. You know why? That is give me liberty or give me death. Give me liberty or give me death does not mean I won't wear a mask. I won't get a vaccine that's been studied for 10 years and has been administered to over 1 billion people safely and effectively around the globe. That's not give me liberty or give me death. That's uber religiosity. That's uber loyalty to a failed ideology. That's martyring your children in service to a failed ideology. It is tribal and it is uber religious. It's also violence. It's violence against people who, through no fault of their own, need a bed in a hospital but can't get one because of the COVID patients who only have a defense. They will not mount the best offense we have, which is vaccinations, and mask on up. But remember, ISIS is the one you fear, okay? You're afraid of ISIS because, we went on this killing spree and we killed ISIS. Of course, Donald Trump claimed that he had 100% success wiping ISIS off the face of the earth. All evidence yesterday to the contrary. By the way, ISIS did take credit for this suicide bombing, and there was only one explosion, and that was at the Kabul airport. There was not a second explosion. But in the fog of war, the first thing that you lose is clarity. You lose the crystal vision. So the story is going to change as we move along. And in fact, today the numbers of dead changed from 12 dead soldiers to 13 dead Marines, and 170 Afghans from 90-something Afghans. So the story is going to change. But this is the man that proclaimed that, the earth was completely free of ISIS fighters. And here we were attacked yesterday. Our allies, our visa holders, our green card holders, and Americans were attacked yesterday by ISIS. By ISIS. Because Donald Trump surrendered us over there. And a civil war is about to start between not radical enough. You could think of ISIS as the QAnon group here, and the Taliban as just like the uber evangelicals. Yeah. And they're going to fight each other. It's like the QAnon of Islamic extremism is fighting, the moderate Taliban. No, the only reason why we're working with the Taliban is because Trump left us no choice. No choice. He surrendered us to them in 2020, drew us down to 2,500 troops, and then left. And actually bragged about it at an Ohio rally. They tried to stop this, but they couldn't. I put it in motion. I did it. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule?